we've been to the Tynwald sitting this morning, and the Minister for Infrastructure, getting used to that still, Mr. Baker,
Absolutely.
plus with the MUA happening as well, was fielding a lot of things. Well, should we just start with the goings on with the polarity problem, of course, going one way, which has caused this other issue. It did catch a lot of people out, and clearly it's not quite working.
No, I mean, I fully accept some people have struggled to adapt to it, and could we have done a better job in communication? I believe you can always do a better job in communication.
You say that to me quite often.
Yeah.
Now you're inside the tent. You're going to have to work on this now.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it's down to me to provide that direction to the team and make sure we've got the resources to do it. I mean, I think we've communicated very clearly that the prom was going one way northbound. I don't think that's been any shock to anybody. Sure. And we did say that we were going to do traffic mitigation measures and alter things like traffic lights and some priorities, etc. And that is actually what we've done. The reality is we didn't spell out in fine detail what we were going to do. We did it, and I think that's caused people a bit of a shock yesterday morning. But the reality is, we're all drivers. We've all got to adjust to the road conditions, and sometimes things happen that you're not aware of, and the key thing is how you react to them. So I'm not defending the situation, but I think the reality is, my experience is that whenever you change anything, your first reaction is adverse. People take a bit of time to adjust to it.
Shock of the new, because we're so used to things, aren't we?
Absolutely, and even if we've done a really good communications piece around it, it's only actually when you're in your car driving and you realise that actually it's different from what it was last time.
Okay. And, I mean, let's face it, you're taking the cop for this. You've only just got the job, right? So you have to take the flak.
Yeah.
I mean, surely, and it must happen, people monitor traffic conditions. They're aware how much was going along the prom, therefore that will be diverted elsewhere. There's some trip pads, I think, across near the on that road, and Crutchley Road as well, which must be taking data. But clearly, it hasn't quite worked, and therefore, why has it not worked? I mean, as I say, you're taking the rap for this, but it could have been done better.
I believe things can always be done better, Paul. I'm never satisfied. Good enough isn't good enough for me. But I'm going to defend the officers. They're adjusting things in real time, and they've done some good modelling. But the reality is, you only see how people react in the real situation. The key thing for me is that we observe, and then we make adaptations where required, but we don't make knee-jerk reactions.
So are you going to make some alterations?
Yes, some were made overnight last night, Paul. So the Governor's junction was different today.
But it's made in the first few hours with more cones apparently going out just straight away. There's some issues there.
Well, I think it's important if you realise that something's not quite right, you need to fix it. And we saw that yesterday with the spelling mistake at Ballycrane, which had caused great hilarity on social media. And the department recognised it, dealt with it, and it was fixed by yesterday evening. So, for me, things will go wrong. You want to minimise things going wrong, but when they do go wrong, it's about how you react to it.
What are you going to do then?
Okay, so we've got some more work being done tomorrow evening, and
that's Wednesday
evening. So it'll affect people on Thursday morning, and what it will result in is 2 lanes southbound.
Where are we talking about? Where are we?
Sorry, we're at Governor's Bridge.
Right.
So 2 lanes southbound. One going left into Victoria Road, and one going straight on down Glencrutchley Road.
So if in the left lane you're coming from Onken, you will be if in the left lane you have to go down Victoria Road.
Yes. If you want to go straight on, you get into the right hand lane.
Sure. That's his now, anyway, isn't it? I think
the northbound traffic will be through Governor's Dip, and there'll be no right turn from into Victoria Road from the northbound lane on Glencrutchley Road.
So you'd have to go round the other roundabout and come back.
I guess that's the
right.
Yeah.
Which in itself will cause backups because the extra traffic, presumably, they can't go straight ahead.
Well, it would do, but then there would be alternative ways of getting to Victoria Road from other parts of Douglas. So I think the reality, and we know this to be the case, people adapt their journeys. So
is this a trial, or is this see how it goes sort of thing? I mean,
So we're adapting to try and get the optimal results we can. We know that closing the Douglas Prom southbound was going to cause major traffic issues. You can't close one of the major arterial routes into the capital of the Isle of Man without displacing traffic elsewhere.
The traffic's been down, hasn't it? I mean, let's face it, the numbers been way down. Now we're suddenly overnight, everyone's back in action almost.
And to be honest, the speed of coming out of the emergency has being faster than the department anticipated. This one-way system on the prom has been signalled for quite a few weeks, and obviously, why are we doing it? We're doing it to crack on with the prom, to get the job done for the end of March next year, which is the task that I've committed to, and the officers have signed up to delivering. So we're giving the contractor more freedom to operate and do the work on the prom. That traffic is being displaced. These measures that we've put in place around Governors and around the St Ninians Junction are temporary.
Let's talk about St Ninians.
Yeah.
Any changes there with this massive big bus/cycle lane?
Not immediately, but we'll keep
You have seen the queues of how long?
Yeah, although I went through it this morning at 10 o'clock coming into Tynwald, and there was one car turning left. So
we talk about it's about phasing of the lights. Isn't it all about things like that, changing the durations, or you mentioned those trip pads, or reading what's going on?
It's the fine tuning, yeah, absolutely, and that just goes on in the background.
So they are looking at it all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. We will try and optimise this, but the reality is that all that traffic that was going down the prom has to go somewhere else. So it is going to affect other roads. These changes are inextricably linked to the prom, that we're not doing something here in isolation. It's to try and mitigate the effect. And I understand the public of the Isle of Man saying this traffic arrangement is worse than it was previously. The reality is, if we'd done nothing, it would have been worse. So we can't compare, because that traffic off the prom had to go somewhere else. So the team have applied their judgment. Where we've not quite got it right, we're refining it.
You can see how it looks, though.
Absolutely.
This sort of, let's try that one tomorrow. Let's move that around. I mean, it just sounds like you're trying a bit here, a bit there. I mean, that's how it comes across.
Well, potentially, but then we have, you've seen in other jurisdictions, local authorities, county councils, etc., putting things in place, whether they be cycleways, whether they be bus priority lanes, and they call them pop-up lanes, pop-up arrangements. Now, if we want to describe what we've done as that, then people will go, "Oh, it's great. The department is responding. They're being proactive. They're trying to respond to the things that have come out of the coronavirus situation." So, I think whichever way we do it, we're going to get criticised.
And as an aside, back to that keep clear. I'm dyslexic, so but was that meant? Did no one look at it? It just seemed very odd that it was about goodness how many people working on the thing, and it just got spelled. It wasn't even slightly odd. It was just really odd.
It was a spelling mistake. We got the A and the E in the wrong direction. So somebody did it. As soon as the issue was brought to the department's attention, it was fixed really rapidly. Now, not everybody has a strong suit in spelling.
No, I know that. I understand that.
And
just wondered if there wasn't anybody that didn't notice that sort of thing.
And dyslexia is, it is a condition which affects a lot of people, not just in the Isle of Man, but everywhere. Things happen. The key thing for me, what I want as Minister, is a team of people who will get things right first time as much as is possible. As is humanly possible, but when things go wrong, they own up and they react, and that's what's happened. It was fixed last night. I drove through that junction on my way back from the south of the island at 6:30, 7 o'clock last night, and the road was open and it was fixed. What we should be celebrating is that road is now open and being used, and the signs are all correctly done.